So let's just, okay. So let's look at the East hand here, okay? So partner opens a no trump, and you take a look at this East hand. Now, if I were to ask you a question here, if you were to leave partner alone in one no trump, how many tricks do you think that this East hand might provide your partner?
None.
None. Oh, maybe one.
Maybe one.
Maybe. Okay. So maybe this king of diamonds comes in if North has the ace and not South. Now, if I were to change the contract and put it in some kind of diamonds, how many tricks do you think this East hand is going to be worth?
At least 3.
Probably 2, 3 tricks at least, right? Because you've got a 6-card diamond suit, and length takes tricks when we're in a trump suit, right? So if you leave partner alone at one no trump, they're contracted to take 7 tricks and your hand is worth nothing. Or if you transfer them to diamonds, which will happen at the 3rd level, they'll be contracted to take 9 tricks, but your hand will provide likely 3 tricks for them. Okay? So even if you go down in 3 diamonds, you would go down more in no trump. So you can see here, if you leave them in one no trump, North is likely to get off to a very nasty lead of a heart. And once they set up their hearts, once they drive your ace of hearts out, you could be in for some trouble if North gets, or when North gets in with the ace of clubs. Okay, so this is a nasty little hand if you get left in one no, but if you're in 3 diamonds, you might survive, or maybe go down less. Okay.
Right, and so my partner converted after I bid 3 diamonds. My partner converted to 3 no trump, and as you say, it was not a good situation.
Right. Well, when West opens a no trump, who's the captain?
East.
East. East is the captain. East gets to make a decision. If East wanted to bid 3 no trump, East would have bid 3 no trump. They're telling you, my hand could be quite poor. I want to play it in diamonds. Please leave it alone. Now, West kind of overrides their partner's judgment. It's not their place to do it because they're not the captain. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so always remember who's the captain of the hand and let them steer the ship. Okay, all right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and we'll start with our quick little presentation here. All right, so this is minor suit transfers. Just a review of major suit transfers. So we talked about these last time. So we all know that we can transfer to a major suit if we've got 5 cards in the suit, and we do so by bidding the suit directly below the one that we have. The no trump opener has got to accept those transfers. We're not allowed to say no, and it's got a couple of very nice advantages. If the dummy has no points, it's really the only way that dummies. And the opening lead comes into the strong hand. Okay, so this is just kind of a quick little example. The South player here has got one measly little high card point here, but they do have a 6-card spade suit. So we transfer here after North opens a no trump. And in a suit contract in spades, the South hand is good for several tricks. If we're playing in no trump, the South hand doesn't take any tricks at all. And you can see from the double dummy here, North and South will make 2 spades, but they can't make any no trump. Okay, so in no trump, the North-South hands, guess what they take? Their 3 aces and their king. That's all they're gonna get. Okay, so north and south will be down if there are no trump, but two spades sails right home. Okay. All right. What if we want to transfer to a minor suit? Can we? Yeah, we actually can. But there's some caveats here. So as we discussed before, a minor suit transfer is going to land you at the third level. So in order to justify the risk, we should have a sixth card in our trump suit. Okay. Don't worry about the notes. We'll put it in the chat. I have it in PDF format. Don't worry about that. All right. So you can transfer to a minor by bidding two spades. Now, two spades just says I've got one of the two minor suits. I've got six cards in it. It could be clubs. It could be diamonds. Generally speaking, when you do this, you do not have interest in game, and we'll talk about why that is later. The no trump opener will automatically bid three clubs. This bid is called pass or correct. If you're actually holding a club suit, you'll pass three clubs and let partner play three clubs. If you're holding diamonds at this point, you'll correct to diamonds. Regardless of what South does, that's it. If South chooses to transfer, they're not interested in game, and the North player needs to respect who the captain of the auction is. It's South. Let them place the contract. All right, couple examples here. So, this hand right here on the left, we've got six high card points. You have the ace of hearts and the queen of diamonds. We've got six diamonds. We would bid two spades rather, which is a transfer to diamonds. Okay. And then once partner bids three clubs, which is what they have to do, we'll correct back to three diamonds. Okay. So that's how you handle this hand. You all agree we have no interest in game, right? Partners open to no trump 15 to 17. We have a sad 6 points. We want to be in a part score here, and we know which part score, diamonds. Second hand here. This time we've got 7 clubs. Oh, even better, bonus. But our hand is actually even worse. We got queen, jack, doubleton, and spades. That's not so great. And only 4 high card points. Our plan here is to bid 2 spades, and then we're going to pass 3 clubs. So partner will bid 3 clubs and pass. What should we do with this third hand here? Any opinions on this one? What should we do? Any thoughts?
You could do a statement because you got the 4-card major.
Okay, I agree with that. That's a great idea. So remember, when we look at a hand, we have 2 questions we're trying to answer: what strain and how high. In this particular case, we've got a very nice looking 9 high card points with a 4-card spade suit. Imagine for a second that partner matches with us in spades. All of a sudden, the hand value goes way up, and we can get to game in spades. So this hand is too pessimistic to just play 3 clubs. If partner matches with you, you're going to game. You've got an invitational hand with a spade holding. Don't do a minor suit transfer with this hand. What about this last hand? What should we do with this one? Any thoughts?
Party.
You could bid 3 clubs because you've got enough strength to invite either 3 no trump or something.
You know what I would do with this hand? I would bid 3 no trump directly. Okay. I know I want to go to game, and I don't want to give the opponents any clues as to what to lead. Okay. So a lot of times when you are on defense and you encounter the auction, 1 no trump pass, 3 no trump. That is one of the most difficult auctions to lead against because you haven't been really told a lot. You know you're going to game, it's almost certainly going to be 3 no trump. I'm going to conceal as much information as possible from my opponents, and I'm just going to bid 3 no with this hand. I'm not going to give him any clues. All right, that's what I have for this minor suit transfers. Generally, we only do it when we've got a bad hand and we want to play. Otherwise, we find something else to do. Okay?
Hey, Joe, can you go back to the third hand?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so you're saying that you'd bid 2 clubs?
Stamen. Remember that stamen here.
But I thought for Stamen you had to have 4 of each major.
No, 4 of at least 1 major. Okay? When you bid Stamen, you've got at least 4 cards in 1 of the majors. You could have both, but you don't have to have both.
Okay,
Right? So when you think about this third hand here, our partner's open to no trump. And we're looking down at 4 spades. Now, the no trump opener could have 4 spades in their hand, right?
right.
They might have 4 hearts. They might have neither. But the point is, the Stamen bid asks partner what their major suit holding looks like. Do you got a 4-card major somewhere? Because I do. That's what you're saying, okay? So with this hand, we're going to check for spades, bidding 2 clubs, see if partner's got them. Okay? Does that make sense?
So if he came back with 2 hearts, the 9 spades, would you then just go to 3 no trump?
I probably would on this hand. And then if the no trump opener happened to have 4 hearts and 4 spades, which is possible, they can bid 4 spades now.
Okay,
So the no trump opener could have both majors. They could be 4-4 in the majors. And when we use Stamen, we bid up the line. They would bid 2 hearts first if they had 4 spades and 4 hearts. Okay? So, yeah.
thank you.
Go ahead and hop over to Shark, and I'm going to do some practice hands. So our featured hands today are 1, 2, and 6. So, did I start? Which one is this? Well, I'm going to start at the beginning here. All right, hang on a second. Get my window to the right size so everybody can see.
So we're pasting the lesson hands in the chat, guys. You can download them from the chat. If you find the chat, you'll see them and you can download them and go over them with Joe.
All right, thank you for buying me some valuable seconds there, Lynn. Well, I got this ready. All right, so let's have a look at these practice hands. So number 1, North is our dealer. They have a balanced hand. They have 16 points. They bid 1 no trump. East is going to pass. They don't have enough shape and enough strength to get involved with their heart suit. They're just going to let it go. And the South player bids 2 spades. They have a 6-card club suit and only 5 high card points. The South player has decided, I want to play this in a part score. And so the North player bids 3 clubs because they're obligated to do so. And now we pass or correct. Well, clubs was our suit, we pass. So we end up playing 3 clubs. Now, what is the East player going to lead? Well, they don't have a great lead that stands out. There's nothing on here against clubs that says, oh, please lead me. So let's talk about bad leads from the What's a bad lead? Well, the ace of hearts is a terrible lead. Okay? And you can see here the perils of leading unsupported aces. If you lead this unsupported ace, what have you done? You've set the declarer's king up. Okay? When instead, if you wait to take the ace, if you wait to take the ace, wait to cover the king. Oops, I didn't want to do that. If you wait to cover the king with your ace, you will allow them to only score, you will pick up 2 tricks out of the suit. Okay, so hopefully you understand leading an unsupported ace where you lack the king is often a bad idea against a suit contract. So what are we left with? Well, there's no great reason to lead a trump here, so I'm not going to. So it's either a spade or a diamond. So you can lead a top of nothing diamond, or you can lead a small spade. I kind of lean toward unbid majors here, so I might plunk this 4 of spades down on the table. Now, as the cards lie, that's not particularly useful. The declarer takes the first trick. Now they have some choices to make. Where are our losers at? Well, which hand is the master hand and which hand's the dummy hand? Well, the master hand is actually the south hand. We look at the hand with longer trump. And the north hand is technically the dummy hand because there's fewer trump. So how many losers do we have in the south hand? Well, on that wonderful lead of a spade, we have no losers. We've got 1 spade left and the queen is tall. We've got 2 heart losers and 3 potential diamond losers. And a club loser. Now, how should we handle the club suit? We've got 9 cards in the club suit and we lack the queen. Does anyone know what the odds say about playing this club suit? Should I play for the finesse or should I play for the drop? Should I play the ace king and hope the queen drops, or should I play for the finesse? Well, when you have got 9 cards missing the queen, the odds generally say play for the drop. Play for the drop. So we play off the clubs and hope for the drop. Now, the other thing that we want to keep in mind is we want to preserve transportation to the south hand because we need to take some finesses. So I'll play the king first and I'll see what happens. Everybody follows and I try the ace and the queen drops. Oh, good, it worked. 52% of the time it works. Now, I could cash the spade now, but there's no reason to do so. The queen of spades will be good later. There's no rush to cash it, and it's going to put me on the wrong side of the table. Okay? I want to lead toward my high cards, ones that I'm trying to win. So, I've got a heart finesse I could try. I've got a diamond finesse I could try. I've got 2 diamond finesses. Actually, I can try and finesse the king or I can finesse the jack. I'm going to try the diamonds first. They play second hand low. I try the jack. And it wins. Well, that's good news. I saved an entry so I can trump a spade to get back to my hand, back to the south hand. Okay, and now I think the diamond finesse worked once. Why not try it again? At this point, they may, say, enough of this nonsense. I'm going to take my diamond, and they're probably going to switch to the heart because they see weak hearts in the dummy, and that way the defense will get their 2 hearts. Okay. So they'll get everything that they're entitled to, and north and south will probably come home with 10 tricks. Okay? Any questions on that hand? Okay. If not, I will move on to hand number 2. All right, hand number 2. East is dealer. All right, well, what did they pick up? Oh, good, a nice 17 count. They're gonna open a no trump, they're balanced. Pass by south. Now, what should West do? Well, the first thing you want to ask yourself is when partner opens a no trump is, are we part score, invitational, or game? That's the first question you want to ask. So you look at this hand and you say, well, I've got 11 high card points. I want to be in game. I want to be in game. So there's no need for a minor suit transfer on this hand. We're just going to bid 3 no trump. Again, these 1 no trump past 3 no trump auctions are the most difficult auctions to lead against. And the only reason that we want to transfer to clubs is because we want to leave partner there. You could transfer to clubs, and then once partner does it, you bid 3 no, but there's no real point in doing that. Okay. This is hand number 2. All right. And we pass out at 3 no trump. All right, that puts south on lead. A spade lead or a diamond lead are fairly attractive. Again, I tend to lean toward the unbid major suit. Now, here's the neat thing about this hand. This one is a good declare play lesson. Suppose they do lead a spade. When we lead a low spade, what does that generally say about our holding? It's 4th best, yes, but it usually says that you have an honor in the suit. Okay, it usually says you have an honor in the suit. So the south player either has the queen jack or the queen or the jack. They've given us a wonderful opportunity here. If we duck this and the north player puts in the jack, what we're able to do is we're able to capture the missing honor with the king. So you see, in this position, we can actually pick up 3 spade tricks. We can actually pick up 3 spade tricks because we left a finessing position, the king 9, to cover the queen. Okay, if we go back a trick, oh crap, I didn't want to go back that far. If we go back, if we lead the 3 and we come up with the king, now you see that we lost our finessing position for the queen, okay, because they still have the jack. All right, so we should go and play low and leave that finessing position to capture their honor. We've got a running club suit, we've got a heart finesse we can try, but if we really play this hand really hard, we can actually pick up 3 spades, we can pick up 3 spades, a heart, all 6 clubs, and then the ace of diamonds, maybe even a second diamond if they play them. Okay, so if you work real hard on this hand, you can pick up over tricks, and over tricks matter. All right, and then number 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Number 6. So we look at this hand, and some of you may be tempted to open this 3 diamonds.
But
I hope that you weren't tempted to open this 3 diamonds. The hand just has a bunch of problems with it. And let me tell you why there are actually 4 reasons. 4 reasons not to open this 3 diamonds. First, our diamond suit is quite poor. Okay, we've got 7 diamonds to the Jack 10. Okay, next we look at the colors. We're red, they're white. Again, I wouldn't open 3 diamonds on this at this vulnerability. The third reason, I have a club void with 3 spades. If partner happened to open a spade, my hand could become very powerful. And the fourth reason, I've got 3 hearts with the club void. If my partner opens a major, this hand skyrockets in value. So there's so many drawbacks to opening this 3 diamonds that I wouldn't. And I hope this is a good lesson in when to preempt and when not. So with this hand, I firmly fall in the not category. Okay, because you might shut your partner out, and we don't want to shut our partner out. All right. Now, third seat. If I had this hand in the third seat and it went pass to me, that changes the calculus a little bit. And I might strongly consider opening this 3 diamonds in the third seat. But I'm going to pass in the first. South passes, and we have a no trump opening. Pass. We're going to bid 2 spades, which is a transfer to diamonds. Partner bids 3 clubs because they have to, and this is a pass or correct. And you see that we're going to correct back to 3 diamonds. Now we know we've got at least 9 diamonds because partner has got to have at least 2, and we've got 7 of them. Now, the West player may be tempted here to override their partner and said, oh, I've got such a good hand and I only have 2 diamonds. Let's try 3 no trump. Ooh, boy, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Okay, we're going to get ourselves into big trouble if that happens. So we're going to pass, trust our partner that they put us in the right spot. Okay, now, unfortunately, this is called wrong siding the contract. So the strong hand is the one that's going to end up being tabled as the dummy, and the weak hand is going to be concealed as the declare. It's an unfortunate side effect of using these 4 suit, using these transfers, okay, where we, if it's diamonds, the wrong player ends up declaring. There is a way around that. I'm not going to get into it right now, but South is on lead. All right, so South has a couple choices for leads. It's not going to be a diamond and it's not going to be a spade. I don't like leading unsupported aces, and there's no great reason here to lead a trump. Okay, there's no real great reason to lead a trump. So it's either a heart or a club. I'd probably try the 10 of hearts and see what happens. All right. If they cover with the jack, partner will cover with the queen, and then the declarer will take the ace. All right. Looking at our loser situation, we've got 2 losing hearts. We have 1 losing spade. Once the ace is out, that's it. And a couple losing diamonds. Now, we would very much like to be in the dummy. Why do we want to be in the dummy? We want to be in the dummy because we look at this ace king of clubs here. Now, if you could just get to this dummy, how would you play this dummy? Well, I would play the ace king of clubs and toss off these 2 losing little hearts. Okay? But the trick here is I have to get to the dummy. Now, had the opponents been kind enough to lead a club for us, then we would be there. But let's suppose they are being difficult opponents and they decided to lead the 10 of hearts. Well, now we're stuck in our hand. All right. Well, We might get to the dummy with a diamond, or we might get there with a spade. Well, we can try a spade, or we can try a diamond. Now, if we try a spade, the south player looks at their hand and they may become worried. They may become worried. Why might they become worried? Well, there's a couple things that could happen. We don't know the East player's shape. All we know is they have 7 diamonds. Now, wouldn't it be an absolute tragedy if this 4 of spades was a... Okay, so they might get nervous. They might get nervous and fly up with the ace because they're worried that that 4 is a singleton. They look at these spades in the dummy and they're like, oh, I can't let them score one of their honors here if it's a singleton spade. So you might convince them to fly up with the ace. If they fly up with the ace, they're going to continue their plan of playing a heart. Okay? So they'll cash out their hearts. And now you can actually throw a spade away. And if they play one more heart, now what happens? You're going to put the declare to the test. They know the south player is out of spade or out of hearts. And they see a loser in the dummy here, the 7. They're going to either have to rough it or lose it. Okay? If they rough it low, you see what's going to happen. They're going to easily be overridden by the 4. If they play the 7, they're going to get overridden by the 9. On this particular deal, if they decide to try the jack, some good things will happen. Well, this player still might just drop off a spade and give you some problems. Now what? Okay, we got in. I know the south player does not have the queen of diamonds based on this play. I know they don't have it, otherwise they would have overridden my jack. It's usually a good idea to cover the jack with the queen. So I'm going to guess they don't have the queen of diamonds. That puts the queen in the north hand. So I'm going to play a little diamond and hope. I'll try the king because I know that south does not have the queen. North has it and it falls. So we might just bring this one in. As the cards lie, though, it looks like the south player is entitled to at least 2 more tricks. Okay. So if we play a diamond at this point, well, north now shows out and we've got 2 diamonds left that are going to be able to get over ours. So unfortunately, we're stuck in a bad position. Okay. If you defend this one absolutely ruthlessly, I think you can set 3 diamonds. Okay. But it's not a guarantee. The opening lead is going to be key. Okay. I'm happy to take questions now. Does anyone have any hands they want me to go over from today's set? And if you have any other questions, you can raise your hand. Happy to answer them.
I would like for you to go over hand number 12.
Sure. Okay, let me put it up on the screen. Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna.
Yeah, we couldn't get to the right bid.
Okay, well, let's look. Okay, so here's hand number 12. All right. Well, how did your auction start?
Who's
the dealer?
I think 3 diamonds.
Okay.
Let's bid 3 diamonds.
All right. So West bid 3 diamonds. What does that mean?
They have 7 diamonds.
They've got 7 diamonds and oh, some kind of a weak hand, right?
Right.
So let's look at the east hand and let's evaluate it. After partner opens 7 diamonds, what do you think?
I'm thinking we can play in diamonds.
Well, how many tricks do you need to make game in diamonds?
11.
11. How many tricks do we need for 3 no trump?
9.
9.
Mhm.
Now, there's a danger here.
Yeah, because my clubs look terrible.
Your clubs look terrible, but what do our opponents usually lead against no trump?
Major suit.
We often lead a major suit, right? So I think if you go with the odds here and bid 3 no trump and hope they don't take 5 clubs off the top, or that maybe your partner has got clubs stopped, you'll be okay. Because I'm looking at at least 6 diamond tricks, 7 tricks if partner holds the ace of diamonds, but that's not a guarantee. I've got 2 spades and a heart. So it just seems like my best shot at getting 9 tricks is to bid 3 no trump. Okay. So
Okay. I bid 5 diamonds, so that was not the right bid.
well, you still have the same 2 losing clubs. Of course, you'd have to hope that partner was short in clubs in order to make 5 diamonds. Okay. So
I didn't make it.
yeah, I know. Because you're going to lose 2 clubs and the ace of diamonds. Okay. So depending. If they get off against 5 diamonds, if the North player gets off to the queen of spades, do you have a shot?
Yeah.
You do have a shot. So against 5 diamonds. So if we were playing 5 diamonds, which I don't necessarily recommend, the North player might get off to the queen of spades. And if they get off to the queen of spades, you've got a shot at this. How many losers do we have in the West hand? Well, we've got 1 losing diamond, no losing hearts, and 3 losing clubs. We have to do something about those losing clubs.
3
So,
or 2? 2 clubs.
Right? Oh, 2. I'm sorry. You've got 2 losing clubs. We have to get rid of them. We can get rid of, well, we can get rid of 1 of our clubs here. And then if we play a heart to the king, and then play another heart back up to the ace, we have to hope and pray that nobody roughs our heart because we needed to toss this off. And now we're going to make it. So on the likely lead of a spade, you are going to have a shot. But the only way that you're going to do it is if you make a plan and toss off those losing clubs. You have to realize these clubs are dead. I have to get rid of them. Okay? And you have to find a way to do it before giving the opponents control of the hand. Because you've got quick losers in clubs. And if the defense figures it out, they're gonna take them.
Yeah.
Okay? So if they play a spade, you got a shot, but you got to make a plan, and then you can bring it home. Okay, but 3 no trump is much easier to make.
Yeah. Okay, I see that. I see that now.
So 3 no trump pass, pass around here. What is the South player going to lead? Well, they're going to probably lead a major suit. Again, I like leading majors against no trump. I would select a spade or a heart. I look at them and I'm like, either one is so-so. When the dummy comes down, you're relieved that you've got the major suit, the spade stopped twice, the heart stopped 3 times. The club stopped once. All you have to do is set up your diamonds to bring in your tricks, okay?
Yeah, yeah. I see it now.
I understand you're nervous with the East hand. Okay? I get it. It's okay. All right, Barbara, go ahead. Do you have a question? And then we'll get to Mitzi.
You have to unmute, Barbara.
Go ahead and unmute, Barbara.
I have a question.
All right. Who's that?
Mel.
All right. Well, Mel, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Barbara, we can't hear you yet. You'll have to unmute yourself in a sec.
Frequently, some of these no trump hands, you are missing a stopper. You have a doubleton and but enough points, enough to open with a no trump, and you end up in the no trump, and suddenly you lose even a partial stopper or no stopper. How do you get out of that?
Well, I mean, if you're in there, it's already too late, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
but you get yourself into it by having the points, but a doubleton without a true. Does that doubleton have to have a stopper? A
No,
good stopper.
I mean, no. Okay, no, you don't have to have a stopper. There was a question on this one. What's the setting lead? Ooh. So if it's 5 diamonds, what is the setting lead on this contract? Well, it turns out the setting lead is a club. Okay, so you saw that you've got 2 quick losers in clubs on this hand. And then of course you'll always lose the ace of trump. So the only way that you can get these club losers, well, not the only way, but really the only way that you can be sure to get the club winners is to actually lead them. It's not entirely unreasonable to lead a small club from the north hand, but I don't know, the queen of spades just looks more attractive. Okay. A club, you have to get your 2 club losers right, taken care of right away, otherwise, you'll go down. Okay, so that's the setting lead. All right, Barbara, looks like you've unmuted yourself. What's your question?
I've unmuted, sorry. I'm reading the instructions or the lesson on the website, and this is news to me. Is it always the case that if you want to transfer into diamond, that you first do a spade and get into clubs and then you correct?
Yes. That is the standard way to do it. Now there is another way to do it. But I don't want to, it's beyond the scope of this lesson.
Okay, I think we were taught to do 3 clubs to transfer into diamond. Is that the other way?
There are several ways to transfer to diamond.
There are several ways. And when you're going to the 3 level, am I understanding that you should have 6 cards, not 5 cards if it's a minor?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Because you're going a level higher, you need something to mitigate the risk.
You need more cards. I got that. And then the transfer, when you do the correct to transfer your partners to understand that you meant a diamond in the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right. Yeah, it's called pass or correct.
Okay, pass or correct. Okay.
The 2 spade bid goes to 3 clubs. 3 clubs is either pass or correct. Pass if you got clubs, correct it if you got something different.
Okay, so it's 2 spades and then 3 clubs. And then when it comes back to you, if you want to play it in clubs, you pass. And if you want to, or you can correct it to diamonds.
Correct. That is
okay. So if you're transferring into a minor, the bid is always spade. Okay, thank you. I think I got it. Thank you.
Standard. If you are playing standard agreements, yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
If you want to do further reading, you can look up something called 4-suit transfers. This includes a system that allows you to specifically transfer to clubs and specifically transfer to diamonds. And that way the declare will be the 1-no opener. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it also allows you to super accept partner suit or reject it. But anyway, that's another.
Okay, that's fine. That's probably more than a little beyond me, but I think I understand. It got very confusing if you thought you transferred the other way. Thank you.
All right, Carol, you have a question? Go ahead.
Do you mean Carrie?
Carol, Carol, has her hand up.
I do have a question.
Oh,
We'll get to you in a sec, Carrie. Carol, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. Her bringing up the idea of directly transferring into diamonds, I'd never heard before, but would that be then just saying 3 clubs?
That is one way to do it.
Okay, thank you.
But there's a partnership agreement you need to talk about. There's a couple ways to transfer to diamonds. I don't want to get into it. You can look it up.
Great.
They're
you.
called 4-suit transfers if you want to look at it.
And do you put that on your card?
Oh yeah, there's a spot for it.
4-suit transfers.
Yeah,
Thank you.
there's a spot. All right. Well, that's one way to raise your hand, Carrie. Go ahead.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm new to this group,
That's
so
all right.
thank you. Thank you. I'm really enjoying it.
There's a little reaction at the bottom that says raise. There's a little button that says raise hand, and you can
Oh,
click
yeah?
and you put your hand in the queue. That way I know. But go ahead. What's your question?
I don't see it. Anyway,
Don't worry about
just
it.
in general, if someone opens a no trump and
Mhm.
you're the partner
Yeah.
and you've got the 6-card minor, so you're the captain,
Yeah.
do you think that you probably are going to end up, you're not going to go to 5 of the minor. You want to avoid 5 of the minor. You either want to play 3 of the minor or you want to go 3 no. What is the deal?
There are some situations where you might want to play 5 of a minor. You may have a wildly distributional hand.
Right. So it depends on the responder's hand if it's going to be a game in a minor or even going to slam. Depends on the responder's hand.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
They're the captain and they need to look at their, and here's the thing that, players need to understand, especially newer players. This is a game not about counting high card points, but it's a game about counting your tricks that you think you could take. Okay. So the more distributional the hands become, the less important high card points are. And
Yeah.
the more important your shape is. So that comes with, playing lots of hands.
So
Okay.
that's when you reevaluate your hand and give yourself more points for the voids and whatnot.
Every time you get new information, you reevaluate your hand.
Uh-huh. Okay.
With each
It
time
just seemed like tonight there was one hand, I don't know which one it was, but I was in the hunt for slam. And I invited my partner and she declined. And we didn't make it, but
well,
we still did okay. I mean, I think we did 5, but I don't think we bid 5. We stayed at 4.
okay. All right. Mitzi, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll go on to the next one. Mitzi, you got a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about board 11. I just got knocked off of this and now I can't see anything. I don't know where to go to see you and see the table. Oh wait, here I am. Okay, I see it. Okay. Board 11, I was south, and so I think I was first to bid.
Okay, 1-no trump seems right.
Well, I didn't do that for some reason. I bid a club. I had all these points. I bid a club.
Okay.
And then
well, let's look at our hand.
Okay.
We've got 17 highs.
Yeah,
I look at ace, king, queen, jack, that's 10. I got 2 kings and then a jack, that's 16, 17. So you should open this in no trump. And if you don't open this one no trump, then you're not going to get to the right spot.
Yeah, we weren't, but let me just tell you, we got a high percentage on it. Okay, so I opened a club, pass, and then my partner bid a diamond, 1 diamond. She only had 2 points, as you can see.
Well, okay, she probably shouldn't bid that then, but okay.
And then what I did was I bid a heart because I'm still looking around for our suit. And
Okay.
she passed.
Well,
so
yeah,
we were in, I had 5 hearts only. And we were only down 1. We were in 1 heart, but we were down 1, but we got a really high percentage for that. I just didn't understand why. I know I wasn't in the right thing, but I should have said 1 no trump, and then she could, what would she have done? She would have probably said 2 spades. I would have then said 2 clubs. She would have said corrected to diamonds. And
no, it should go, yeah, 1 no, 2 spades, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, drop.
Yeah. And then stop, right?
So who's on lead against that? Well, North is the declare, so you might get something like Queen of Hearts looks okay. I don't know that it's going to be bad yet.
Yeah.
And we take our ace. And now what? So what do our losers look like? Well, looking at the North hand, we have 3 losing spades and a couple losing clubs,
right,
and a losing diamond. So how should you play this? Well, you got to be careful with the spade suit. Okay. I think you can rough a heart early just to get up to the North hand here. And the reason I want to be in the North hand is because I want to try spade finesse. Now, it's not going to work.
right.
Okay. And now what are they going to do? Well, they might cash out another spade. And now where are we at? I don't want to break the club suit. Breaking the club suit now seems like a bad idea. I'm not particularly enamored with playing a trump. I don't really want to play a heart into this. I may, and I don't want to play a spade. So I may just hum and haw and finally throw a trump down on the table. Thinking, well, maybe North has the ace anyway. They did show a long diamond suit. Okay, so if they do that, you know, we might play our ace. I don't know what to do now. I really look at this and I'm like, well, I guess if I lead a spade, they'll have to use a high trump to get it. And now how do I finish off the play? Well, I know there's a couple of trumps still floating around out there. Do I have to roughen the dummy? No. So I'll play a diamond off, they fall. And now I play the heart, I toss a losing club, and I lose 2 clubs down 1. Okay. I think you should be down 1 on this hand.
On 3 diamonds, I mean.
On 3 diamonds, but you know what? I think 1 heart might be even worse.
Well, I was only down 1.
Well, I mean, at least they broke 4-4.
Yeah, that's right. I got
against hearts. I mean, gosh, I don't know what 1 heart. I don't even know how I would start. Well, 1 heart here.
Wouldn't you expect her to then come back because she only had 1 heart? She knows that's obviously my second.
Well, she shouldn't have bid in the first place.
Why wouldn't she say 2 diamonds to just get me out of there?
Responders regret they didn't want to bid 1. They shouldn't have bid 1 diamond in the first place. They should have just let you play 1 club. But anyway, you should open a no trump with the south hand. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Any other people got some questions for me before? Oh, we've got a few. All right. So, all right, Lauren, go ahead.
I think we played in that hand against them and we were really confused. because it didn't make sense that she opened one club. I'm wondering, I play with my partner in duplicate weekly against some really high level players, and the director gets called a lot to the table when things are kind of not handled properly. In that case, when her bid really was the wrong bid for what her conventions are, what happens with that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You are entitled. So here's the rule. And this is a director thing. When the opponent makes a bid, you're entitled to know what their agreed upon suit holding point range is for that call. You're not entitled to know what's in their hand, and you're not entitled to know when they screwed up. So let's suppose they missed an ace in their hand. They had 17 points and they just didn't see an ace. And so they thought it was 13 and they opened a club. That's the way it goes. We accept the results, good or bad, with that, when that happens, okay? So we don't make any kind of adjustment when a player makes a mistake. If they forgot their agreements or didn't bid, quote, right, there's no adjustment when they make a mistake. Now, more often than not, the person who made the mistake is going to get a bad board because they're going to just end up in a disaster. But sometimes the rub of the green, they get lucky and they get a great result when they screw up, because it ends up messing the opponents up. They don't know what's going on. But the rules do not allow us to adjust the score when an opponent makes that kind of mistake.
Okay. And then my second question is, same group of people we're playing against, and a few of the hands, there were 7 minors with 2 high card points, and where we would be more inclined to open with, at a 2 or the 3 level. And then I was wondering, sometimes there's an agreement with a partnership that there's a way to, because there's a void in the hand also. So no, it'd be a waste to play it in a 3 minor when you probably can go to game if you can find something else and you're already so high up. So I'm wondering, there's like a partnership agreement. If you play, like if I open 2 diamonds and you play 2 no trump saying, show me a feature of your hand, and then I show a feature of a void to try to help get it away from no trump, because it doesn't seem like that hand is a no trump hand, and it seems like a waste at the at a minor hand that you've got 10 of the minors.
Well, I mean, I don't know anyone who does that.
So, okay, you don't know anyone who uses that agreement. But
no, because
how do you?
Because if you bid a void or a feature, partner's not going to know which one you have. And what if they're considering 3-0? But this is a topic for next week, because we're going to talk about preempts next week.
Okay, because it seemed as though you could preempt without being committed to a minor, because you had the void and you had
We'll talk about preempts next week.
Okay.
So stay tuned for those. All right, folks, I think that's enough for one evening. I will thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for your questions. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay.
Good night.
Joe. Excellent.
Thank you. Great class as usual. Thank you very much.
See you
Night,
next
guys.
time. I'll be here now and then.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.